to this afternoon's GHSA Basketball Championship game presented by Beretta Pest Management, the official sponsor of high school basketball. Game number 2 today on this Saturday afternoon, and it's a good one. It is the boys A Division I title match between Best Academy, the Eagles, and the Southwest Patriots coming in at 27-2 here. Welcome inside the Macon Centerplex. Larry Smith here with the former McDonald's All-American, former Georgia Bulldog, Sean Golden. You know, this is one that of all the crowds and the atmosphere we have had during this week, and there have been some good ones, this one may be the craziest because you've got one team playing right here in their hometown.
Yeah, I want to get my shoes on and lace them up, man. You talk about somebody excited. I mean, you think about it, you got 6,000 to 7,000 fans here locally for Southwest Macon Best Academy coming down from Atlanta, Georgia. Get ready for a good one because we have one in store.
Yeah, in fact, the Southwest fans tailgating out before the game. They said they're going to tailgate after the game as well. As for the game itself, let's talk first about the Southwest team trying to get their first title in a long time.
Well, you talk about Southwest, they have it all. They have tradition, but Ashley coming out here, an all-state player, a big-time player. They say he's the glue. 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Meanwhile, Best Academy, they are very warmed up. Actually stopped on the way down to have a shoot-around at a nearby school before coming here to the building, trying to get their first state championship ever.
Yeah, out of Atlanta, Georgia. This team right here, this charter school team, they're trying to get the first state championship, and that's talking about with Jacob McHale, number 4, the lefty twin, 18 points a game, has an all-around game, being able to score inside out, and he has a tag team duo with his brother, Josh McHale, number 15, right-handed at the same time, 17 points a game for him, the slasher and the driver. That dynamic duo wants to take a championship back to Atlanta, Georgia.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see them both in action. Let's go to the third member of our team right now, Cody Chaffins. What do you got for us?
You said it feels like all of Macon is here. Why not? Because Southwest head coach Monquisio Hardet is Macon through and through. He played his high school ball at Central, was an assistant at Westside Macon, is now the head coach here at Southwest. And yes, he has those Patriots on the brink of their first state title since 1989, just 7 short miles from their home gym. Larry?
Cody, thanks so much. Let's get to the starting lineups for both of these teams, presented by America's Navy, Forged by the Sea. Starting first with the Patriots of Southwest, Chase Dupree, the 6'3 junior, joined by Karan Howard and Brandon Ashley, Ronaldo Calloway, and Monte Green, the 6'2 junior as well. As for Best Academy, the Eagles, 24-7 on the season, coached by Brian Whedon, Zion Evans, Jacob McHale, Nicholas Dozier, Joshua McHale, and Alexander Barrett, 6'7", just a junior. 2 very veteran teams here for this matchup. The second of 5 championship matches we have here today in Macon. Our officials for this game, Jason Tidwell, Billy Satterfield, and Charles Dunn. We're ready. Hope you are too. Congrats to Fannin County, won our last game. The girls taking the Class A Division I title. And now it's the boys' turn. Best in their visiting blue, trimmed in gold. That's Southwest in their home white, trimmed in black. Best has worn those visitors' uniforms a lot in these playoffs. We'll talk more about that. They win the tip, off and running now. That's McHale to Nicholas Dozier, number 10. And the turnover very quickly for him.
Now we're going to start it off with a turnover. When you're on the road in this atmosphere. Best Academy playing a 2-3 zone, trying to control the tempo.
Monte Green, number 32, coming out for that. To Karan Howard, jump shot is tipped. And they're going to call a foul on that on number 4, Jacob McHale. Very quickly picks up his first. It'll be a shooting foul. And it'll send Howard at the line. And a good look there at Coach Brian Whedon. Best Academy.
He does a great job with this program at Best Academy. In position to win their first state championship. And in talking to him, he said that the summer prepared them for this opportunity, for this moment, for this journey.
C.J. Howard's numbers. 15 points, almost 5 assists per game. In both, and off and running on the scoreboard. 2-0 right now for the Patriots.
It's a 1-2-2. Half-court trap. Back to a 2-3 zone.
Jacob McHale on the drive all the way in. He's fouled on the layup attempt, and he'll shoot a couple. Ronaldo Calloway, the 6'5 junior, called for the foul.
And it seems like both of these teams, at the beginning, you can see some nervousness, some jitters. You know, not understanding defensive concepts, defensive matchups, which now have both ended up at the free throw line for their opponent. Mikhail Jacob at the free throw line.
Second one in and out. Just one of two from C.J. Howard now, number 1. That's Brandon Ashley wearing number 4 in the corner. Back for Howard on the drive, kicking out for the 3 ball. No good. Chase Dupree with the attempt. Battle still for the rebound. And Best comes up with it. Great effort there by Nicholas Dozier.
Great defensive possession. Way to secure the defensive rebound by Best Academy. When they could put Southwest in position to have only 1 attempt instead of second chance opportunities, that's a win-win for them.
Great job there by Howard. Tipped that ball away, read the play well. 3-point shooter rating in the corner. He anticipated well, knocked it out of bounds. Dozier up and too hard off the glass. Howard the long rebound. Good transition defense though to get back for the Eagles. Ashley the long 3, that's off the mark. Joshua McKell the rebound. Dozier driving again. Hesitated. 3 ball. McKell, no. Foul on Best. On the rebound, it's going to go against number 11, Alexander Barrett.
And the thing about this, the tempo is good. I like the tempo, but the mistakes aren't that well. You know, everything's been rushed, everything's been forced. It's good to play fast, but don't play it so quick. Slow down both teams, take your time, and be more precise about your early decisions.
Yeah, almost 2 minutes in. We're still waiting for our first field goal of the game. Both teams try to work out some opening jitters here. Nice dish inside. Can't get that to go, but back up and can't get that to go either. Callaway had 2 cracks at it. Zion Evans now to Dozier.
So I love about Best Academy, they're not backing down. I know they're on the road. They're in a very hostile atmosphere, a tough environment, and they're not backing down one bit.
Nice block from behind by Brandon Ashley. They're going to say he made some contact, though, and foul on Ashley. One more look at this.
Good pass, good penetration. Yeah, good foul, good call there by the official.
Ashley gets his first, and Zion Evans first up-close look at him. Gets the first one to roll in. 6-foot sophomore averages just about 12 points per game. 3 rebounds per game. You can see his numbers there. 44% shooter from the field.
Nice stroke from the free throw line by Evans. You know, as we talked about it, Larry, you know, a little nervousness is there as well, too, by both teams. It takes a while to settle down. The way team Best Academy, they want to perform well. And then, you know, you talked about Southwest. They want to come out and hit home runs at the beginning to get the crowd involved.
Was knocked out of bounds off Southwest.
Nice zone underneath out of bounds by Best Academy. Don't offend the action, protect the paint, because that's what you need to do.
Chase Dupree on the trigger. Finally gets it in to Green. Back to Dupree, blocked away. Howard for 3. Jacob McKell the rebound. Here come the Eagles. Slow break to Dozier. He goes up, ball knocked away. It'll be off Dozier. Southwest ball.
Good basketball, good penetration, good defense there by the Patriots. But I tell you, once the Patriots hit that first shot, especially from the 3-point line, you're going to hear some eruption here in the stands.
Yeah, I tell you what, we talked about the stands and obviously Southwest, about 7 miles from the building here. Their fans still walking into the building as we speak. It is the largest crowd we've seen yet.
And there we go.
Three-point ball,
C.J.
Howard. First basket of the game for either team.
And see, that's that energizer, that's that bunny. That's what Southwest was looking for. A little action, getting the 3-point shot.
McKell with the follow-up and in.
Great answer from Best Academy. Great answer from Best Academy. I can't repeat that as much as I can because offensive rebounding is also an emotional killer. When the defense doesn't rebound, second chance opportunities kills the emotion for the defense.
So Joshua McKell, chance for a 3-point play, and he converts. Our first substitution of the game. Kyle Jefferson checking in. 6'7" senior for Southwest.
Smart move defensively by Best Academy. Pressure containment, the 2-3 zone.
Howard with the runner. Short. Rebound Barrett. Up ahead quickly.
Oh, that's a nice move.
Zion Evans.
Nice move. Nice move. That's one thing his coach wanted him to do, to attack more, especially transition. When you have an advantage offensively, a 2-on-1, always try to attack the rim under control.
Ball out of bounds. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take one as well. Halfway through the first quarter, Best Academy with the early lead.
At Regions Bank, we're here to listen to your needs, and we'll customize a plan to help you reach your financial goals. Our service to Georgia goes beyond banking to creating more inclusive prosperity in our communities. From education to financial wellness to economic development, we're working to level the playing field so more people can succeed and our communities can thrive.
No matter the season, Breda works to protect the inside and outside of your home. Breda Pest Management. They handle bugs and critters.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Back live here in Macon, Larry Smith, Sean Golden, Cody Chafin's here for this Class A Division I game, and good look there at the Southwest Macon head coach.
Coach Hartnett's been around the block, played UConn under the Hall of Fame, great coach, Coach Jim Calhoun. He was so excited because he said, we created a tough season, a tough schedule. We faced adversity earlier. But as his team started to roll and he saw what his team can accomplish and do, and then the community support, he realized he had a state championship program.
Team that lost in the Elite Eight last year, and he said, we never want to feel that way again. And they got to work, and here they are in the title game. Deepest run since 1989 when they won it all. Trying to attack this zone right now, down by 3. Ball knocked away, taken back by Joshua McKell. He'll bring it up to his brother Jacob. Finger roll is short, saved inbounds. Ashley has it. Chase Dupree to the hoop and in.
And that's what he does. I mean, the young man can score the basketball. A.D. son averaging 26 and 3 for the season, quarterback for the football team. When he's in attack mode, when he's focused, he's deadly on the offensive end.
Evans in the corner, his drive turned away. Dozier. Barrett, no. Howard with the rebound for Southwest. Dupuis on the drive, stops from 15 off the back iron. Crashed the board, saved inbounds, but it goes to Southwest, and Barrett, rejection.
Hey, no one's afraid in this game right now, no one. They are flat out balling.
They really are. Tyshawn Brantley in the game with the shot there. Missed. Joshua McKell in the corner for Evans for 3. Comes up short. Back up and in. That's Nicholas Dozier with the basket.
You cannot get caught defensively looking at the ball. When the shot goes up, you have to box out. 5 guys have to box out. Best Academy They're taking advantage of their athletic ability and crashing offensive boards.
Howard now calling the shots. Driving inside, up and in. Great move.
Yeah, good move there by Howard, C.J. Howard. Interestingly, he was born lefty, but he trained himself to become right-handed.
He's got 7 points already. On the other end, Jacob McHell with the basket.
Attack mode, attack mode. That's the only way the best academy can win this game. They're not forcing a bad shot. When the defense opens up, they're attacking the open area and getting to the rim.
Long three-pointer. I'm sure it's the shot that they wanted by Brantley. Jefferson gets inside, but they're going to call a foul. And if that's on Barrett, that's his second. And it is.
Man, and he's playing so good. His presence inside the paint is so valuable for this Eagles team. He's blocking shots, he's rebounding, he's been active in the paint offensively. Those 2 early fouls could be something to talk about here in the latter part of the game.
Substitution now, so Barrett comes out of the game. Wendell Brown, number 21, checks in. Look at Jefferson and his numbers. And missed them both. Dozier at the point. To McHell. Lefty jumper is good, and a foul. Chance for a three-point play.
And the thing about this Eagles squad, they're attacking the paint aggressively, forcing Macon, the Southwest team, on their heels. And when you get the defense on their heels, it's always good to attack to score, not always going to the rim. Mid-range pull-up with a three-point play chance.
Joshua McHell misses the free throw, but look at that. Up high for the rebound is Dozier.
He's the first one on the floor of the Eagles. I'm telling you, Larry, the first team on the floor always wins. The first team for the 50-50 ball always wins. And right now, I'm giving the advantage to Best Academy because they're doing the little things. It may not show up in the stat sheet, but when you see them, the way they're playing with their energy and their passion, they're ready and willing and wanting to cut down the nets this afternoon and take home the championship back to Atlanta.
Number 4, Brandon Ashley in the game now, replacing Tyshawn Brantley for Southwest. Monteith Green inside to Jefferson. That won't go. Here comes Dozier, active again, taking all the way down. Pass inside, back out. Trying to hit the shooter. Evans couldn't hold on to it.
But again, their tempo. They're not playing retreat basketball. They're aggressively attacking the rim. Under control, just a missed pass right there. But if they can keep playing this way, playing smarter defensively, they got a big chance this afternoon.
Dupree up and off the glass and in.
He's good. He's really good. Under control, great body control. Averaging 20 points a game, showing ways and different ways that he can score the basketball.
Holding now for the final shot. Shot clock is off. Saw Best shooting there, warming up. 5 to go. Dozier on the move. Stops, fade away, up and short, and a rebound to C.J. Howard, and that's how the first quarter will end. Good back and forth as we're 1 quarter into the Class A Division I championship. It's the Eagles, the Best Academy, on top.
At Regions Bank, we're here to listen to your needs, and we'll customize a plan to help you reach your financial goals. Our service to Georgia goes beyond banking to creating more inclusive prosperity in our communities. From education to financial wellness to economic development, we're working to level the playing field so more people can succeed and our communities can thrive.
Half of the nation's opioid overdoses happen right at home because people don't understand the dangers of taking an oxy or perk with a glass of alcohol for stress or to sleep. Learn how to protect your family from opioid overdose at opioidresponse.info.
High school seniors, Visit gafutures.org to see which colleges in Georgia are waiving application fees in March and which colleges have made your Georgia match list, and claim your spot today.
You've seen what your electric cooperative can do for your home, your workplace, your weekend. But what lights us up is empowering your local community and economy. Georgia's EMCs support 15,000 jobs and invest $16 billion in infrastructure annually. And because we operate at cost, any extra revenue is reinvested into your co-op or returned to members. Investment with impact. That's the electric cooperative difference. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
Well, quarter number 2 just about getting underway. A good look there at the Best Academy cheerleaders as we turn now and look at their coach, Brian Whedon.
You know, one of the things he said to us on the phone call was, what was the thing that really got the attention of the squad? He said yoga. Yoga was one of the things that we use to stretch our bodies, get our minds more balanced and have more peace. And he says his team brought in. As they brought into it, basketball kicked in. The community really supported him, the administration, the staff. And as a result of him doing things his way, think about it, they're in position now to win the school's first state championship. I mean, this is beautiful, man. I think he's done a fantastic job, and Best Academy has a bright future with him at the helm.
In case you're wondering, BEST is an acronym: Business, Engineering, Science, and Tech, an all-boys school out of Atlanta. Founded back in 2007, trying for their first state championship. They're on top here by 3 as we begin the second quarter. McKell in the corner for Evans, nearly lost it. Hits it to Jacob McKell. He lost the ball, picked up by Jefferson. Brandon Ashley on the run, had Jefferson down low, make that Green on the break. Didn't see him, pulled out instead. Long three-pointer now, and C.J. Howard. He's got 10 points already.
He shot that from the home gym, Southwest Macon. Long stroke, almost 24 feet.
And that wakes up the crowd here to cheer on Southwest Macon. Evans in the corner to answer, no. Great position by Chase Dupree on the rebound.
And this is what you don't want for your Best Academy. You can't go toe-to-toe, punch-to-punch.
Howard again.
Timeout. You need a timeout right now. You don't want to play through this, because once they get on the run, you got the crowd behind you. It's going to be challenging for the Eagles.
17 points for the Patriots, 13 by C.J. Howard, and now they're on top by 3. Their first lead, since it was 5-3, they were on top.
The Patriots are smelling a run. Turnover, a missed shot. This stadium could easily erupt.
On the switch, shot clock down to 5. Those are still working. Spin move into paint. Knocked away. Howard, 3-on-1 break. Up top for Ashley. No good. Green with the rebound. Take it away. It's McKell on the other end. Joshua McKell with the basket.
Joshua McKell under control, 17 points a game, a slasher, a driver. I like what he did, playing off 2 feet in transition to avoid the charge.
Chase Dupree on the other end with the answer.
But the rhythm of the basketball is going to Southwest Macon right now. Playing solid defense, but they're scoring the ball.
Joshua McKell on the attempt. Misses Dupree with a quick push. Into the corner now. Monteith Green can't get it to go. Fast break attempt here. Nice pass.
Nice pass. Nice play.
Zion Evans to Jacob McKell, and that's the way you run a 2-on-1 break.
Unselfish basketball to the max.
Fast action here in the opening minutes of the second quarter. Live action coming to you on GPB from Macon, Georgia. Jefferson up for the shot, but he's fouled. Let's take a look now at C.J. Howard, the microwave heating up.
Man, 15-4 for the season. Long range. You know, once you start getting hot, especially you got the fans behind you, you're going to start feeling it. He's the floor general. He's the point guard. He's the guy. He's the key that gets the engine going. And he can hit threes like that. It's going to spread the defense, and good things can happen for the Patriots.
Foul was called on number 21, Wendell Brown. That's his first. Kyle Jefferson shooting 2. And this is the first.
Interesting about Kyle Jefferson. Think about it. He was a starter last season. This year's averaging 4 and 3. But his presence on the court, his presence in the locker room, his presence on the team, he is still a starter. Maybe not the first 5 minutes, but he plays starting minutes himself throughout the game.
Jefferson 0 for 4 from the line. He's about to come out of the game had he made that, but he'll stay in instead. Wait for the next dead ball. Mikell in the corner. Out to his brother, Joshua Mikell. Off the glass for him. No. Jefferson the rebound. Here comes Southwest. Looking to push down to Green. Step through. In!
Wow, good basketball. Transition basketball for Green. One thing they talk about is his toughness. He's a high major athlete, being able to swipe through the defense and finish with a nice finger roll off the glass.
Jacob Mikell calling out the defense. Cross-court pass up. And they're going to call a charge. We have a break on the floor. That foul on Jacob Mikell. That's his second as we have a break in the action here. We'll stop as well and step away for just a moment right now. How about this basket by Green? Up and in. Patriots have the advantage.
High school seniors, visit gafutures.org to see which colleges in Georgia are waiving application fees in March and which colleges have made your Georgia match list, and claim your spot today.
Georgia's 41 electric cooperatives are anything but static. Since the flip of the first light switch, we continue to innovate as the demand for energy increases. EMCs draw from a wide variety of resources to generate electricity, from natural gas to nuclear power and renewables, so that we can reliably power tomorrow. We're harnessing the current to satisfy the future. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
You wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
I said I'd never join. Never knew how strong I was. Joining the Navy sounds crazy.
Saying never actually is.
Macon Patriots have taken the lead over Best Academy 21-18. They've been sparked by 6 points from Chase Dupree. Now, Dupree is the son of Southwest Athletic Director Joe Dupree, who was on the last state championship team for Southwest back in 1989. Other interesting names off of that team, Ivano Newbill from the Hawks and Georgia Tech, and then Sharon Wright, who was an NBA lottery pick. Larry?
Yeah, it's good company to keep. In fact, it was funny about Joe Dupree, who's now, you mentioned, the Southwest Athletic Director. They asked, one of the local reporters, when you played him, he said, Chase said, I played him a couple years ago, and I beat him so bad, he won't play me anymore. Joe said he's a much better basketball player than I was, much better athlete than I was. And boy, like you said, he has gotten hit very quick right here. 6 points early on to help Southwest build this 3-point lead here, just under the halfway point in the second quarter.
Here's the action against the 1-3-1 zone by Southwest. Best Academy just trying to force the outside shot, but they got a rebound as well, too. That's very important in a zone defense.
Ashley misses the three. Dupree couldn't grab the rebound in the hands instead of Dozier. Quickly down court.
It's a good ball movement. Now someone has to cut. You got to move around just a little bit, Best Academy. Don't just pass it. Pass, cut, and move.
Dozier with the run in and off the glass.
Good layup, great layup there by Dozier. I mean, he got into the heart of the defense. The ball was able to move side to side, making the defense shift. Found an open seam for the layup.
That was a tough angle off the glass too, but he got it to go. Free ball up and no. That's by Tay Ragland. And the follow for Southwest by Nico Iverson. Let's go to Cody again.
Yeah, so we talked about how many people are in the Macon Coliseum right now. The fire marshal has actually stopped letting people in temporarily. There's so many people standing, they want those folks to sit. Then they may have some more room to let people in, but that just tells you how packed this place is right now.
Wow, that's something. Yeah, you look around, usually we have some empty seats. Not many here right now, but yeah, let's definitely see. There are some seats in the upper quarters. Cody, thanks for that update.
Fantastic job, Cody.
Yeah.
That's a feel-good moment. If you're Southwest Macon and you're Bibb County, you just got to love the support that cheer for these young men.
Ragland looks at it, shot clock to 12. Howard goes way deep. Can't get that to go. McKell to the other McKell. Bounce pass to Evans.
Oh, gosh, that was good.
Couldn't finish. Great block there. Eagles still had the ball. Dozier going inside, fade away, yes!
Dozier has great body control. He's done that several times in the offense when you get to the knife for defense. He planted, shot fake, and he finished on top of the defense for a teardrop jumper.
Under 2 minutes to go now. Dupree, turnaround, no.
Yeah,
and a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, foul on. Foul on McKell.
Joshua McKell. It's his first foul. Third of the quarter for the team for Best Academy, so ball out of bounds out for Southwest. They're in the hands of Ashley, and they do. Ashley on the drive. Bounce pass, couldn't quite handle that. Iverson picks it up, loses it on the floor, stolen away by Dupree to Evans. To Dupree, up and in. Jacob McKell with the basket.
To say something, man, don't be redundant about this. The importance of playing up 2 feet in transition has been very valuable to avoid the charge. Transition basketball, 3-on-1, under control, and that's McKell finishing with 2 to avoid the charge. Best Academy just really doing a good job right now, securing the basketball, eliminating second chance scoring opportunities for Southwest.
Dupree, pull-up jumper, no. Goes to the rebound. Here come the Eagles. Kell, three-pointer, no, off the back iron. Howard the rebound. He had Iverson on the fast break, but didn't see him. Howard again, pass inside to Iverson, lost the handle, still gets it together. Dozier, another rebound.
They're not backing down.
No.
Not even close.
McKell rejected from behind by Iverson. Somehow gets it back. Evans off the glass. Brown, rebound. Inside to McKell, no. Dupree, he's got a man down court. It's Howard who leaked out earlier. Waits for the defense to fly by and puts it in.
Good basketball by Southwest. Being able to advance the ball up the court. Dupree did a good job of being heady, making the aggressive assist to his teammate, C.J. Howard.
1 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock for Best Academy. Down by 1, trying to hold here for the last shot.
Smart basketball, smart basketball.
Jacob McKell on the dribble. Nicholas Dozier knocked away by Howard. Back to Dozier for 3. Long. Rebound to Southwest. Dupree with 1 second left. Howard didn't realize how much time was on the clock. And he hit it! The buzzer beater! Kobe C.J. Howard.
When I say this stadium has erupted, this stadium has erupted.
There's one more look at it. Now the time is winding down. He stops, doesn't realize it. His teammates yell, shoot. He does, and he makes. Oh my goodness. C.J. Howard, 18 points in the first half. As we reach intermission, our coaches interview presented by Breda Pest Management, the official sponsor of high school basketball. Let's go to Cody.
Remember Manquishio Hardnet of Southwest hits the three right there. This crowd, what is this like?
It's like a college atmosphere. It's everything that we were hoping for. The community has come together, come out to support these young men. Hopefully we can come out in the second half and play a little bit looser and give them a better half.
Yeah, what do you want to see on the floor from your guys in the second half?
More rebounding, more defense, things that it's going to take for us to win the basketball game. That's a very talented squad. So we're at home. We just need to relax. We'll be fine. Just come back out, play hard, rebound the first shot, and then get out and run.
All right, appreciate it, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Southwest takes a halftime lead, 28-24. We'll head to break. On the other side, it's John Nelson with the halftime show.
Breda Pest Management works to protect the inside and outside of your home from pests. Breda, they handle bugs and critters.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
DBHDD and the Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign is all about Georgians standing together for substance misuse prevention. Life is a movie. Film drug-free. Learn more about healthy alternatives and live a drug-free lifestyle at garedribbon.org.
At Regions Bank, we're here to listen to your needs, and we'll customize a plan to help you reach your financial goals. Our service to Georgia goes beyond banking to creating more inclusive prosperity in our communities. From education to financial wellness to economic development, we're working to level the playing field so more people can succeed and our communities can thrive.
Time for the halftime report here from the Macon Coliseum. South's got something to say. They're up by 4 here at the interval over Best Academy. Time for the halftime show. I've got some company, and they're going to start with a story because there's a connection. We have Principal Bernard Young from Southwest. We have Assistant Principal Shannon Williams from Best Academy. Okay, so you had a story, and you're saying that this could be a movie script. Please let the rest of the class know what we're talking about.
This is a beautiful situation. I'm talking about this really could be a movie script made for Hollywood. Dan Sims, who is the superintendent of Bibb County, used to be my associate superintendent in Atlanta Public Schools. He and I are frat brothers. We have a very close connection. And he's been talking a little trash, social media all week. So the atmosphere here is electric. The people are really into the game. Both teams are playing very well. This is an exciting place to be right now.
Okay, so as you see here, Principal Young, he's kind of prepared to let things ride. He's got the chain, he's got the tee, he's locked and loaded. This is the loudest that I have heard this building in a long time. Marvin James and I talked about it coming in.
Well, it's a beautiful thing because, as you do know, that Southwest has a legacy of basketball from the late 70s and the early 80s. And so for these guys to return to this glory, as you would say, the entire city came out. So you have, we have 6 high schools.
And the entire city still wants to come in.
The entire city is still trying to come in. So it's been a beautiful thing. But one other thing about the connection, you said Dan Sims, your frat brother. He's also my frat brother.
There it is.
So you're my frat brother.
We are frat brothers out
there's so
here
much
today.
connection that's going on.
So much connection, A5.
All right, so little intel on what these two schools have going on. Best Academy, it's an acronym. Business, engineering, science, and tech. What's going on at Best these days?
Oh, man, so many things. Best Academy in the city, the 30318. We have a STEM program that's out of sight. We are already winning championships in STEM. We create the most exposure for any school in the state of Georgia with the 100 black men that back us and send us to so many different places. So many wonderful things going on. And as you can see, we had the whole community come out today. We are only in this little square spot over here because Southwest has painted the stadium red, white, and blue, but we do see some blue and old gold in the corner.
All right, so then I'm going to turn the page here and catch up with you. What's going on at Southwest these days?
Well, at Southwest High School and Law Academy, we do have a law academy that has been flourishing. We participate in mock trial, in debate competition, in any parts of the government. But also, the one thing about it is community. We really build community. We're built on a foundation of Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. And we've had a little downtime since I've been there in 2016, but we've seen the rise of how people come together to be the best me to support the whole entire week.
Yeah, because you were an assistant principal before you became principal. What's it been like to see the growth of the school?
It's been a beautiful thing. I mean, my first year as principal, we had a 69% graduation rate, and we've upped that to 85 and going to be over 90 quiet as kept this year. So we've seen a lot of growth with that. We have in-house, in-house dual enrollment classes where we got our teachers vetted. So again, not only athletics, but academics is on the rise at Southwest High School.
Okay, so all right, so what, for folks that don't know, how can they find out more about what's going on at BEST these days?
Oh, the website is up, BEST Academy. We are in what we call Northwest Atlanta.
Right.
We are doing a major recruiting campaign right now. Our athletic director is leading the charge, athletic director Joshua Moore. Our principal, Robert Williams, is doing a phenomenal job. The 100 Black Men, like I said before, they are a major, major supporter of what we do. And just to one-up my frat brother right here, we had a 96% graduation rate at BEST Academy. We are very intentional in what we do for our young men in the building. And, you know, this is going to be a great contest, and it's really going to be the perfect ending to the movie script when BEST Academy walks out of here with the win today.
Lord.
I just said it. Coming to the camera, BEST is going to win.
Down 4 and he calls it. So, and he gives a Ric Flair woo. Principal Young of Southwest. Assistant Principal Shannon Williams of BEST. BEST and West will figure it out coming up around the corner. Halftime show continues from the Macon Coliseum in just a little bit. The margin is 4 for the very loud home side that still wants to get in the Macon Coliseum.
Fired up, Southwest, fired up.
B-E-S-T, BEST, 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 BEST.
I wanted to see, you know, how she was going to make that transition from middle school to high school and all the hoop and holler that has come with being KJ Acre, and I've been amazed.
When she entered high school, KJ already had 8 Power 5 Division I offers. She's just an animal out there. She just turns into this vicious animal, especially when she gets mad.
Yes.
So at 15?
At 15, when it's time to play, I feel like the ball should be in my hands.
You wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia. That's the margin. It's 4 heading into the second 16 minutes. We're going to hear from the head coach at BEST, Brian Whedon, coming up in just a little bit. But what will it be? Will the entire town of Macon make it into the Coliseum? We're hoping so. More coming up in a bit.
At Regions Bank, we're here to listen to your needs, and we'll customize a plan to help you reach your financial goals. Our service to Georgia goes beyond banking to creating more inclusive prosperity in our communities. From education to financial wellness to economic development, we're working to level the playing field so more people can succeed and our communities can thrive.
DBHDD and the Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign is all about Georgians standing together for substance misuse prevention. Life is a movie. Film drug-free. Learn more about healthy alternatives and live a drug-free lifestyle at garedribbon.org.
With boots on the ground and suspended midair, our line workers are everywhere. Behind every turn switch are those who put it all on the line to illuminate lives down the line. Their job is as honorable as it is rigorous. As we look on with admiring eyes, we want them to know we are grateful. Georgia's Electric Membership Cooperatives celebrate the life-sustaining contributions of our line workers. Storm or shine, thank you for being our lifeline. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
Breda Pest Management knows it's the bugs inside that you want gone. That's why Breda works to protect the inside and outside of your home.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Our halftime score here of the Class A Division I game, Southwest out of Macon with the 4-point lead over Best Academy, 28-24. Our coaches interview presented by Breda Pest Management, the official sponsor of high school basketball. Let's go back over to Cody Chaffins.
Appreciate it, Larry, with Brian Whedon, the head coach at Best Academy. Go back through your playoffs. You guys go on the road at Raven, on the road at Fannin, essentially at East Lawrence. So this is a road kind of atmosphere. How do you think your guys have done in it so far?
We've just been not putting any negative energy towards any bad calls. You know, keeping our head down and just trying to do the work.
Your big man, Alexander Barrett, got a couple fouls, kept him on the bench for a while. How did that change what you guys were trying to do?
We just brought in another sub. You know what I mean? It's not really a big deal right now. I think we just got to stop the second chance opportunities and make layups.
What do you want to see from your guys here in the second half, these first few minutes?
Get stops, make layups, and push the ball in transition. I think we're not pushing the ball enough.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Best Academy down 4. We'll see if they can erase that deficit to get the school's first ever state title. Larry?
All right, Cody, thanks so much. We're right back here. Larry Smith and Sean Golden. Again, 28-24 halftime score. This is really a back and forth, but you notice there was a change when Barrett went out of the game. The momentum shifted for Best.
He's a rim protector. You're talking about a guy that's 6'8", 6'9", long, lanky, athletic, can defend, can block shots, can contest shots. When he picked up his second foul, the defense changed. The whole concept changed defensively for Best Academy because Southwest was able to get to the rim. His presence in the second half is going to be helpful for Best Academy.
Yeah, and how about the game of C.J. Howard? 18 points, including the only 4 3-pointers we have seen in this game.
I like his stroke. Very confident in the way that he plays on the perimeter. Likes to attack the rim. He's strong. He has low gravity, so it's hard to really knock him off balance. And he's got the green light to let that thing fly. And as you saw here, it wasn't a heave shot. That was a normal shot for him to shoot it that deep right before the halftime.
It didn't panic at all. And you see the stats here. He is 6 of 9. The rest of the team 5 of 25 in this game. 18 points in the first half for C.J. Howard. Boy, what a performance he put on there for Southwest. 5'10" junior, averages 15 points a game. He's already beyond that. As we have the second half underway, glad you're with us here on GPB.
I like Southwest coming out, I like Best coming out, matchup zone. Our hand closed.
Dupree, the long 3. That's off the mark. Evans with the rebound falling down, gets it to McKell.
As you heard what Coach Wheaton said, eliminate second chance opportunities, secure the first rebound so we can go back on the offensive attack.
Rebound even in the first half, 23-21 for Best. They just got one there to add to that total. Joshua McKell into the corner for Evans. Evans up. That's not there. Barrett there. And like you said, that's what they missed in the second quarter.
Yes, he's long, he's lanky, he's going to get his hand on offensive rebounds. You didn't have that in the first half. You know, you lost the lead, so his presence is definitely shown here quickly in the second half at the beginning of the third quarter.
Dupree on the drive. Gets out instead to Ashley. Step in, Euro step. Nice move.
Nice move, nice move. Ashley using the Euro step, an all-state player.
Patriots back on top by 4.
Give it to him. See, a lot of times the ball screen, he's got to learn how, the big fella's got to learn how to post out of that ball screen. Nice ball movement.
In the corner for Dozier, that's long. Barrett, the rebound, back up and in.
Think about it, 2 rebounds, 2 offensive putbacks from the big fella, easily right here in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. 4 quick points.
Yeah, Best had only 7 offensive rebounds there in that entire first half. They have 2 right here in the first 2 minutes, both by Barrett. Ashley for 3. High arcing shot, and it's in.
That's what they do. Long range bombers, they're confident. They've got the green light. When you open, let it fly, let it rip.
Ashley scoreless in the first half, now with 5 very quickly here in the second half. Big rejection there by Chase Dupree, and this capacity crowd shows its appreciation.
Good drive to the rim. Good defense by Dupree.
6'3" junior inside for McKell off the glass. No, look who's there, but knocked away. Barrett stays with it, gets it. McKell outside, that's a 3-ball.
So now there's another second chance opportunity. There's 3 offensive rebounds in the first 5 minutes of the third quarter by Barrett. His presence is felt much needed for the Best Academy Eagles.
So for Best Academy, that's their first made 3 of the game. Puts it back within 2. Dupree the jumper, bouncing around, no. Green tips the rebound, back on the floor. And they're gonna call a timeout. Coach Hardnett called the timeout while the ball was on the floor before Best could reach in and tie it up. And so, quick break now at 5:11. The third quarter, Southwest up by 2.
Well, think about keys here in the second half. We're talking about Best Academy. Be more aggressive in the half-court offense. You've seen that. They're attacking the rim more. They get more shots, second chance putbacks offensively. But they got to protect the backcourt in transition. Don't give away easy baskets in transition. Now, Southwest, on the other hand, stay in attack mode. Don't create it a one-on-one game. Stay in attack mode. Pass the ball, move the ball side, top side, and then use the crowd to your advantage. Sometimes you have to take those long threes. The crowd likes the three-point shot. Take it if it brings the crowd in, and if especially get a dunk, that's a win-win for the home team.
Players back on the court. So the Best Academy arguing that the foul because of the timeout, the ball should be inbounded near center court. Grexon says no, where it was. The ball was actually in the key, so they're inbounding it from the baseline. 15 on the shot clock for the Patriots. Howard launches. Yes! You can't leave him alone.
You can't leave any of them alone. I mean, the way that they describe their big 3 with Howard, Dupree, and Ashley, they're the big 3. You got to defend all 3 of them inside the arc and outside the arc.
Dupree up for the block, but they're going to call a foul. It's an offensive foul. It is a foul on Dupree, on the block. Okay. For Chase Dupree, that's his first foul. And that'll send Joshua McKell to the line to shoot a pair. This one's no good. 5-point lead here for Southwest. Trailed for much of the first quarter. They were down 5 at one point, 14-9. Before they rallied in the second quarter behind the hot shooting of C.J. Howard. Second shot is good.
Nice
for
stroke.
McKell.
Nice stroke by McKell. Now this is a chance where Best Academy needs to get a stop. One defensive stop. Control the game defensively. Man-to-man defense.
Trying to get the ball inside to Ronaldo Callaway.
And think about that. The trap, the deflection. I mean, the big fella's doing a great job. Talking about Alexander Barrett. He's everywhere. Offensively, defensively, he's doing a great job to control this game by himself.
Senior Brandon Ashley to Dupree on the sideline where he's picked up a dribble and is double teamed. Howard now looks at a long 3. We know he can hit from there. Step back 3 instead. Just off. Barrett, that is, up for the rebound, but loses it out of bounds. It'll stay here, Patriots basketball.
But initially, that wasn't his ball. He just went higher to get the defensive rebound, and Dupree did a great job of securing it and knocking it out on Barrett.
Barrett's impressive, 6'7", only a junior. He'll be back next year. Coach Whedon's Eagles. Dupree on the drive. And in.
Nice move by Dupree. Being a little crafty. The shake and bake, come off the ball screen.
Nice athletic move there by Dupree. Chance for the three-point play now. Make it a 7-point lead, their largest in the game.
Best Academy needs to take their time. We still got a lot of basketball to play. Get him to the big fella down low. Get him in a better position to attack and to score back to the basket or for a lob.
Mikel working on Dupree. Evans, out to Jacob Mikel. Back to Evans. Shot clock at 3. Gotta go. Blocked. Here comes Dupree. That's knocked away. Green has it. Baseball pass inside. The Callaway spins around, and he's called for a travel.
See what Best is doing in that possession. They're not moving with purpose, and we'll talk about that after the timeout, but they've got to start moving with purpose and attacking the rim.
Patriots hot shooting has him up by 7. We're back after this.
Half of the nation's opioid overdoses happen right at home because people don't understand the dangers of taking an oxy or perk with a glass of alcohol for stress or to sleep. Learn how to protect your family from opioid overdose at opioidresponse.info.
So, you wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
Well, Larry, you heard me talking about movement offensively with purpose for Best Academy. In this possession, there's no movement. There's soft penetration. The ball stopped moving. Nobody's cutting. And as a result, the shot clock went down to 0. The thing about what Best has to realize, your big fella's doing really well, talking about Barrett. Give him some touches. Let him make some moves back to the basket, jump hooks. He's got to be involved in the offense for them to be successful.
So Best Academy 24-7 on the season out of Atlanta. Taking on the home team,
trap?
Southwest High School from right here in Macon. Class A Division I championship.
So here we go again with Best. Everything's staying on the perimeter. Nobody's cutting to the basket. Everything's a dribble drive and standing still offensively.
Dozier with the drive. That's off. Barrett can't get this rebound. Still loose, though, in the hands of Mikel.
Give it to him down low.
His brother Mikel drives in and in.
Well, great seal by Barrett. He was able to open up the floor because he was able to seal his defender off for Mikel to get to the rim.
Chase Dupree on the dribble. Howard gets a touch, back to Dupree, now to Green. Looks at the 16-foot jumper. Left it short. Barrett goes down, up and in, that's Callaway.
Yeah, that's one of those balls that got to secure the defensive rebound. Will protect the rim. Callaway, Division I football player, he brings toughness to this team. Averaging 6 and 7 for the season. His presence on the court has always been felt when they need a good play from the post player down low.
Cal steps back for the jumper, can't get that to go. Callaway wrestles the rebound away. Here come the Patriots. Howard quickly up and in with the reverse.
C.J. Howard's
23 points.
He's been incredible. He's been Superman. 5'10", strong, positive player, shooting threes, attacking the rim. Been electrifying this afternoon.
Evans lost the ball and got it back. Momentum has shifted here in the second half. Going back to that buzzer-beating three-pointer by Howard at halftime.
And see, right now, Best isn't looking through the defense. They're looking on the perimeter, but you got to look through the defense to see that opening, that crease.
McKell with the miss. Howard the rebound. Chance to build a lead to double digits for the first time in the game. Howard with the seam all the way in. And the basket. C.J. Howard. Timeout. Best.
To understand those last two defensive possessions and then offensive possessions here by Southwest. Being creative with the layup there, C.J. Howard. Just doing it all. Smallest man on the court with the biggest heart. That kind of play is electrifying. You can feel it in the atmosphere. The crowd is excited. They're starting to smell a little something there. I'm not going to say it. But with an 11-point lead, a minute and 22 to go in the third, they're smelling victory.
Momentum has definitely shifted here. Again, a capacity crowd, more than 6,000 here. As Cody was saying earlier, the fire marshal actually had to shut things down for the moment to get everyone in their seats and see how much room they have. Just a couple of seats in the corners left, but I'm going to tell you something. Usually we get to these games here, and fans coming in from all over the state, you'll get a lot of empty seats in the upper realm of both sides.
Yes.
That's not the case now. You've got a few in the corner in each corner. That's about it. This place is packed.
All of Bibb County is here this afternoon.
Yeah.
And deservingly so. These young men, you know, you're playing basically in your home court here in the community. And like the AD was saying earlier, yeah, the rivalries are still there. But the community wants these men to do something special. And, you know, the way they're playing here in the third quarter, second half up by 11, they're playing pretty well.
And right now on a 12-3 run, the Patriots are to blow this out to an 11-point lead, their largest. So after the best timeout, what do the Eagles have to counter that in the final 1:15 in the third quarter? Dozier back at the point. We saw that a lot in the first half, not so much here. Evans for three, and that's in. There's your answer.
Penetrating pitch. Even though it's ISO basketball up top, you're forced to help from the weak side. And Dozier was able to knock down the three.
Good play call by Coach Whedon out of the timeout there to kind of stop the bleeding. Get some points back on the board. Under a minute to go now. Dupree working up top. Hesitation dribble high off the glass and no. Callaway can't get the tip. McKell the rebound. Dozier on the run. That's Barrett. Back to McKell. He'll slow it down. Plenty of time.
Look down low. Give it to him down low.
Dozier blocked from behind.
And see what happens when you have a dribble drive defense. You're not able to look through the. You're not able. Excuse me, the offense not able to be able to look through the defense. The big guy was wide open down low. He had Dupree on it. Give it to him. Reward him. He's playing hard defense. He's blocking shots. He's altering shots. Make him feel appreciated.
Kyle Jefferson saw quite a bit of time in the first half. He checks back in for Ronaldo Callaway for the final seconds here of this third quarter. Missed shots there by both McKell brothers, out of bounds off the Eagles. It'll be Southwest ball. 21.1 left on the clock.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity for Best Academy. It was 3-on-1 right around the rim.
Yeah, two shots at it right there. C.J. Howard's had the hot hand. 25 points in the game. He had 18 at halftime. Clock down to 4 seconds. Dupree on the drive. Being pushed out by McKell. And he'll be called for the foul.
Actually not a bad foul. It's not a bad foul because he had the advantage. He did turn the corner there for either a layup or a kick for a shot. Not a bad foul.
Joshua McKell with his second foul. Only the second of this quarter. Howard.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think they learned from halftime because that was right on point.
Yeah. 3 quarters in the books. C.J. Howard, the big story. 25 points. And the Patriots in control through three.
Wherever you go, there we are. Just look at the numbers. Georgia's 41 not-for-profit member-owned EMCs deliver electricity to 4.4 million Georgians. Our network of electric
Let's get right back here to live action and make it 45-37. Southwest Academy is Southwest Macon, I should say, leading Best Academy as we are here courtside with a great seat for this one. It's just the second of 5 championship games today in our fourth and final day. We can't believe we already have seen 13 state champions come through. The Fannin County girls winning the Class A Division I title before this one. This the Class A Division I boys championship. We have the adaptive championship coming up here after this. And let's look at the score, what's left. Houston County versus Clayton County in the adaptive sports final. That follows this one. And then the 2 6A games, Newton and Bolt versus Grayson in the girls game at 5:30, followed by the game against Wheeler out of Marietta High School at 7:30. Right now, though, I tell you what, it'll be hard-pressed to get a crowd like that, like we have right now in that game. They've even got some of the flashlights out. They're showing their cell phones.
If you ever gone to a Georgia football game, you know when fourth quarter comes and you hear that music and everyone gets their cell phones out, that's the atmosphere, the energy that's being presented right now. Everyone's ready for the fourth quarter. They're ready for something special, and they're ready to erupt. But I like what Best Academy is doing. They're competing. They're competing on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. And this is where the difference takes. This is when the difference happens in the fourth quarter, is the first 2 minutes.
We talked about Southwest, a 13-game win streak coming in. Triple overtime win over Dublin back in the Legion Championship last month. Trying to close it out with one more win and a state championship here. Dozier the drive. Barrett collects. Back up again, but he's fouled.
And there he is. We're talking about what he's great for. Keeping the ball active for a second chance rebound offensively, keeping the ball high. His presence on the court is very valuable for Best Academy.
Barrett with 4 points and 5 rebounds in the game. Had a bit of foul trouble. 3 fouls in the game for him. He had 2 in the first half and had to sit out, so that's hurt his production today.
But at the same time, they got to look for him more. Give him the basketball. I mean, he's more athletic than everyone else on the court. He's 6'7", 6'8". I mean, he can really get the ball at point-blank range and jump over the whole team.
Missed the second one. By the way, during that stoppage and play during the timeout, Callaway is now back in the game. Green coming out for Southwest. 7-point lead for Southwest. Ashley, turnaround. That's in. Everything going the way of the Patriots.
Solid, strong move by Ashley.
Dozier for 3. Rebound tipped back. We've got a foul on the rebound. And it's going to stay here.
Yeah, foul on Jefferson.
Yeah, Kyle Jefferson, his second foul. Very quickly, 2 fouls here in the quarter. Remember, when you get to 5 in the quarter, shooting free throws.
Post back up. Repost, big guy. Repost. That's something he's going to have to work on this summer. He had the defense at a disadvantage. Post, repost.
It's Mikkel working. Shot clock down to 4. Dozier spinning. Good move. Nice move inside. And that goes. Nicholas Dozier the basket. Cuts that deficit back down to 7 for Best.
So now, what can Best do to get a defense to stop? Stay in front of the ball. Eliminate penetration. Eliminate the drive and the kick. And then secure the defensive rebound on the mid shot.
Best Academy, same 5 players this entire second half. No substitutions. Chasing Howard, who's having a big game, driving through traffic. Get in!
You gotta stop that one man. It's a one-man show.
Back up the other way very quickly. Mikkel Joshua McKell with the answer.
That's the way you answer and shut a crowd down. You got a guy like CJ just doing it all. They were ready to erupt. Best came back, got a quick two.
Chase Dupree, nice dish to Callaway. Couldn't finish, but he was fouled. Timeouts on the court. Foul was on Dozier. We will stop as well. 5:55 to go. C.J. Howard. Can you stop him? So far, the Eagles have not been able to. Southwest by 7.
The platform is a very difficult event. When you dive off the top platform, you're said to be going about 34 miles an hour, and it's like hitting concrete when you hit. So it has to be very precise, very tight, and you have to be very strong when you hit the water.
My gymnastics background has helped a lot with learning how to use the platform to my advantage. I got into the sport very, very late, considering how long everyone else has been doing it, but the best things about the sport is being on top of the podium, and I've gotten to do it a few times, and so it just is a really good feeling, and I want to recreate the feeling.
High school seniors, visit gafutures.org to see which colleges in Georgia are waiving application fees in March and which colleges have made your Georgia match list, and claim your spot today.
Half of the nation's opioid overdoses happen right at home because people don't understand the dangers of taking an oxy or perk with a glass of alcohol for stress or to sleep. Learn how to protect your family from opioid overdose at opioidresponse.info.
Southwest 5:55 from their first championship since 1989, and the reason they are in this position, Sean Golden, is because of the play of that young man, number 1, C.J. Howard.
Think about this, 49 points for the team, one person, close to 50% of the production is coming from one man, C.J. Howard. He's just doing it all. I mean, he's shooting the three, he's driving to the rim, he's getting transition buckets. He's just playing. And I know I'm redundant when I say this, he's the shortest man on the court with the biggest heart. I mean, he's willing this team on his back to win a state championship.
And very efficient in doing so. 10 of 14 shooting from the field, 5 of 8 from three-point range. Hit one of those in the third quarter, the biggest, of course, in the games we're just joining us, the buzzer beater from about 25 feet out just before halftime. Callaway misses both.
That should be a good shot there. Like that shot.
Dozier can't get that to go. McKell, the good position underneath, knocked away by Howard. It'll be best ball.
And that was good movement there by Best Academy. Missed shot on the free throw line. Attack it, move it, move it. Got a shooter on the wing, and it just missed it. But it's great ball movement for Best Academy.
McKell.
Attack, big fella. Attack, attack, attack. See, that's the coach in me sometimes. It's hard not to coach when I see a golden opportunity.
Dozier, rejection from behind by Callaway, and boy, they've been very active. Already 7 blocks in the game. McKell working on Jefferson, couldn't get it to go, but picks up the foul. Good aggressive move there by Jacob McKell. He'll shoot 2.
That was a great underneath out of bounds play call by Best Academy and Coach Wheaton, because it does 2 things. Number 1, you're able to score when the clock is stopped. And number 2, you're able to pick up a defensive foul. Easily could have been a 3-point play.
Substitution now. Jefferson coming out. Montez Green back in. 6'2" junior. One of the 5 starters. So 1 of 2 for McKell. Makes it a 6-point game. Boy, Best Academy just 7 of 12 from the line today. Dozier going for the steal underneath. And the turnover. Good job by that defense.
Yeah, great defense, smothering defense, attacking defense, going for the steal, getting deflections. Now that's the way you play when you want to win a championship. With a little fire.
Lots of time left, 6-point game. Best trying to cut into that deficit. Dozier from way outside.
There he goes, there he goes. Penetrating pitch, 3-point game. You see, all it took, Larry, was a few defensive stops. That's all they needed, a few defensive stops to get back in the game to make it a lot more competitive.
They're going to find a way to stop this man. C.J. Howard, 27 points, looking for more. Up and in!
But see, the defense is trying to reach. They're trying to reach for the ball. Good outlet.
On the other end, McKell answers.
Can't celebrate the Southwest. Make the play and get back on defense.
Howard, spin move. Oh, my goodness!
That's a one-man show. That's a one-man show.
Timeout, Southwest.
If you're watching this and you're not entertained, the spin, the finish, to avoid the block, he's just doing it all.
He is impressive.
And he's not even tired. I mean, think about it. We talked about him early in the broadcast. He was born left-handed, but taught himself how to be right-handed.
How crazy is that?
I mean, think about that. For him to have the mindset, the understanding, the know-how, and to become ambidextrous with his want, I mean, it's very impressive. The floor general, averaging 15 and 4 for the season.
And Sean, he's doubled that. 31 points now today, and still a lot of basketball left.
Basketball to be played. Yes,
4:29 to go. Give credit to Best for coming up, like you said, with some defensive stops. But boy, he's like, I don't want to call him the microwave. He is instant like that. You get a basket on this end, he comes right back and answers over here.
Yes, yes, yes. But now you can check out the way his demeanor is. He's very poised, under control. He's not, overly elated. He's not overly excited. Mentally, you can sense he wants to make a play offensively and then get to the next play defensively. Very mature mindset for that young man.
Good friend of mine played quarterback back in college, and his saying always was, act like you've been here before.
Exactly.
And that's what Howard does. Doesn't faze him.
So now you got movement from Best Academy.
Dozier again taking control. Can't get that to fall. And he'll get some free throws.
But I like the action. I like the action. It's good action. Side, top, side, cuts, moves, screens. Once the defense is shifted out of control, we're going to get to the rim with a chance for 2 free throws.
Brandon Ashley called for his second foul. Nicholas Dozier putting together a very nice afternoon for the Eagles.
See, press offense needs to be set up by the Patriots. But defensively, Best Academy, I mean, you look at this. You're giving the gentleman has 31 points, and you're giving him space. Yeah. This is the time you face guard him. Wherever he is, he needs to be face guarded. He needs to be double teamed. Someone else is going to beat us. Not C.J. Howard.
Deficit's now 3 points, 12 points, 8 rebounds on the game for Nicholas Dozier for Best Academy. Double team now for Howard.
Don't let him get it back. Deny it. Deny the ball.
Ashley working on Dozier. Inside for Callaway. Green jumper, too long. Knocked out of bounds. They say it's off Callaway.
And that was a great defensive stance by Best Academy. They denied, they trapped the ball when CJ got it, forced someone else to make a play. Ashley.
Now with all that's gone on in this second half, it's the Eagles at Best Academy with a chance to tie right here under the 4-minute mark in the fourth quarter. McCall carried it, palmed it.
And see, they just got away from what they did. I mean, think about it. One pass and John Lowe, let the ball move, shift it, left, right, reverse it.
Right
Stop being
there.
the hero.
Yeah.
No one needs to be the hero.
Full court zone now.
Good trap, good trap. Don't let him get it back. Force someone else to make plays.
Defense on Howard, a little tighter. 3 ball in the corner, comes off, back up and in. No, Callaway finding, time's the job.
Yeah, that's right. Great job with the stick with the ball, big fella. Callaway, his toughness is definitely shown here down the stretch.
Southwest lead back up to 5 as we approach the 3-minute mark. McHell, that won't fall. Barrett is there for the putback.
See, he's right there. He is right there. You know, a missed shot for Barrett is, a missed shot for his teammates is like a pass for Barrett. Keep attacking the offensive glass so you can get involved offensively. He's doing a great job of good ball screen, way to roll to the rim, but he's right there. Every offensive rebound here in the second half, he's had his hands on every opportunity.
7 points, 8 rebounds now for Barrett as Best pulls back within 3. And that was the best timeout there. We talked about they're seeking their first state championship. They went 13-2 in the region. They lost on back-to-back nights back at Thanksgiving. They got blown out by Green Forest by 30, lost to North Com Christian, who we saw here on Wednesday in the private championship game as they lost to Holy Innocents, lost by 21 in that game, 82-61. 8-game win streak then. They had another slide afterwards, but they're 8-1 since February 1st, and they've been on the road all the way. Won their first playoff game at home against Bleckley County, but then on the road for victories at Rabun County, Fannin County, and then East Lawrence. They've always been the underdog in all of these. Rabun County, the 2 seed, they're now taking on the favored Southwest Macon. And despite everything that's happened, Sean, they're within 3 right here with 3 minutes to go.
Well, they're a relentless team. They haven't given up. They haven't put their heads down. He's playing a very hostile atmosphere. So, you know, it's going to be tough, and they've done a great job of coming in here and embracing the challenge.
Dupree driving all the way, and he'll be called for the foul. On the drive, that was Barrett that reached out and got him. And that brings up a timeout here on the floor. 2:56 to go in this game. Thrillers so far. Southwest hanging on by 3.
You wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
Breda Pest Management works to protect the inside and outside of your home from pests. Breda, they handle bugs and critters.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
You've seen what your electric cooperative can do for your home, your workplace, your weekend. But what lights us up is empowering your local community and economy. Georgia's EMCs support 15,000 jobs and invest $16 billion in infrastructure annually. And because we operate at cost, any extra revenue is reinvested into your co-op or returned to members. Investment with impact. That's the electric cooperative difference. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
DBHDD and the Governor's Red Ribbon Campaign is all about Georgians standing together for substance misuse prevention. Life is a movie. Film drug-free. Learn more about healthy alternatives and live a drug-free lifestyle at garedribbon.org.
Back inside the Macon Coliseum, we've got a doozy in the Class A Division I Finals. Southwest up on Best Academy, 55-52, under 3 minutes to play. We've been dazzled by Southwest guard C.J. Howard. Howard, I was asking about the juniors' college prospects. He has a little heat from Mercer here in Macon, but not many other offers. And so, in the words of our friend Matt Stewart, who's off at the Sun Belt Conference Tournament, make that kid an offer. Larry?
Right now, Cody, I think that's probably about to change. Anyone watching this game, and we do have a few college coaches there on the other side watching this contest. I don't know how you don't make this young man an offer, get him on your side. Chase Dupree with a couple of free throws. He misses the first. That foul, by the way, was was on Alexander Barrett, the 6'7" junior for Best. That's his 4th foul. And it's been a difference with him in the game. He's got 8 rebounds in this game, Barrett does. 6 of them offensive.
Yeah, he's a difference maker when he's able to attack the rim, rebound, and be effective offensively. And he can make things happen.
3 balls short by McKell. His brother, Jacob McKell, collects it. Spin around and ball for the travel.
And even though he got the shot, but it was predicated by the travel, the movement still is not good to my knowledge, because Best needs to move the ball a little bit more. Instead of going one-on-one and drive, you get the same result. When you're acting with the ball, when you're moving, the defense is shifting, you get a better outcome.
Timeout Southwest. As Montez Green had dribbled into the double team there, picked up his dribble. So 30-second timeout here, 2:31 to go in the 4th quarter.
Now the action I do like, or did like, that Best Academy has done is it's the high ball screen using Barrett and then the roll, because what it does, it puts the defense in the pickle where they have the high hedge. If they do, you got Barrett on the roll, and if not, one of the twins can just take it and turn the corner. One of the McHale brothers can turn the corner and hit a jumper in the corner and hit someone in the deep corner for a shot. So you've got a lot of action on the ball screen, and that's positive movement, and there's quick hitter action as well.
Yeah, we talked about Alexander Barrett. You see his numbers there, 7 points, 8 rebounds, but again, 4 fouls. That's crucial because he is such a force inside on both ends of the court. Ball stolen away by Barrett. Out of the hands of Callaway. Ahead to McKell, inside for Evans, it's in!
Here we go!
It's a 2-point game.
Here we go, here we go! Starts with defense.
Foul on Dozier. That's the 3rd foul in the quarter for Best. For Dozier, 2nd in the game, so
you
take it
didn't
out of
need
bounds
that
again.
foul. I mean, you're almost 94 feet away from the rim. You didn't need that foul.
Inbound to Green.
So no one wants to handle the ball right now. No one wants to handle the ball.
They threw it away to Dozier. And he's fouled. Make that to McKell is fouled.
And that's what I've been talking about, Larry. Take the game away from CJ. Don't allow one person to beat you. You force everyone else having to make a decision and now it resulted in a turnover. Best Academy out of line with a chance to tie the game. How about that?
On Montez Green, by the way, that's his first. And now, you're right, just like that, here we go with Joshua McKell. 2 free throws and a chance to tie. First one's good.
So now defensively, if I'm Best Academy, I'm isolating someone on CJ. Now you got 2 guys back, but the most important player on the court has been one player, and that's CJ. Get the ball out of his hand, and when he does get it, double team him and make him pass it.
For Southwest, Green coming out of the game. Ragland is back in, and we are tied up. Joshua McKell hits both free throws. 2:03 to go. They break the press this time. Callaway had a shot in the basket, but they bring it back out again into the hands of Howard, who has been quiet. Here in the 4th quarter.
He's trying to be a one-man show.
Take it away.
Take your time. Take your time. Call a timeout, coach. Call a timeout, coach.
Calls timeout.
Great job. Great job. Great job.
Best had 3 timeouts. They burned one of them there. Like you said, smart call with 91 seconds left.
And it's a 4 timeout. So now instead of rushing something, takes his time.
But, you know, really, Howard trying to do too much right here.
Well, I applaud the official for not overcalling the game, because a lot of times those knick-knack fouls can be called. Let the players make the plays. Great officiating by the crew. Now we're in a great situation. Tied game, 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. What are we talking about, both helpers? Well, let's talk about the defense first, Larry. Southwest Macon, just stay low. Stay down. Don't gamble, but you got to eliminate second chance opportunities. If a shot goes up, it's a miss when we have to secure the rebound. That's the first thing. Now, Best Academy, we need movement. What's your best action? Maybe a couple of passes up top, but the high ball screen, the pick and roll to create a penetration opportunity, the penetration and kick, that's the action I like for them to have, and we'll see what happens out of the timeout.
By the way, Joshua McKell leading Best with 14 points now. His brother Jacob McKell with 13. Dozier also with 13. Some players flirting with double-doubles. McKell, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Dozier, 13 and 8. Joshua McKell, 14 and 5 for him. Barrett, 7 and 8, as we mentioned a moment ago. Best ball. Jacob McKell with a good athletic move to corral that in the backcourt. Here we go. Plenty of time on the shot clock. It's a 20. Joshua McKell almost stolen by Chase Dupree. Cross court for Dozier. Drives. Kicked out in the corner for McKell.
Nice patience. Nice patience.
6 in the shot clock. Jacob McKell. That falls in. Best has the lead. And they call timeout.
Nice patience. They did not panic offensively. They did not panic, and you give credit to the timeout because the communication in the timeout was, guys, we don't need to take an ill-advised shot. Take it down as low as you can, but we want to be under control with our attack. Fantastic coaching by Coach Wheat and the staff.
Jacob McKell now with 15 points in the game, 6 of 12 shooting. You look at the run they're on right now, an 8-1 run.
So now, great timeout to stop the action, number one by Coach Wheat. But now during this timeout, we got to switch the hats now. At the same time, Best Academy, we want to do a soft pressure full court on CJ. Double team him, force someone else to make plays. We do not need to make gambles. Stay in front of the offense. Shot goes up, secure the rebound.
Now, if you're Southwest, you got to find some offense. You haven't scored now.
And the thing is, though, the offense can come from Dupree. He's your leading scorer, even though CJ's having a great game. So you look at Dupree, who now has the ball. He can make a play as well, too.
Chase Dupree at the point. Under a minute to go. Patriots down by 2 in the hands of Howard. 31 points in the game. Howard looking to drive, goes up, blocked away, ran into the arms of Barrett. And the foul is called and will go the other way. Here it is again.
He went too early. He went too early. And again, I go back to the officials. They did a great job of not bailing him out. He's 5'10", you're going to get 6'8". That was a great no call by the official. Officiating this last part of the game has been superb.
Just ran right into Barrett on that, and then the foul as he clamps onto his arm.
And see, you know, I said this yesterday, and I repeat this. A good friend of mine, Glenn Diamond, always says, at the end, don't try to hit a home run, hit a single. And I think that CJ tried to come out, hit a home run on the first play. And now they're down by 2 points, and that bad play became a turnover.
I'll have to say a moment ago now, Southwest needs to find some offense. They haven't scored a field goal in 2.5 minutes. Callaway follow at 3:14 to get them a 5-point lead as their last basket from the field. Barrett now with a second attempt. The entire arena against him. Didn't matter, puts it home. 3-point lead now for the Eagles.
So there's the ISO on CJ. It's coming down to one play.
Southwest has 2 timeouts left. 20 on the shot clock. Down by 3. Ashley, looked like that might have been tipped. That's away. Rebound to McKell.
Bring it out, bring it out, bring it out.
Jacob
bring
McKell.
It out. Bring it out.
To Dozier.
Call timeout, coach. You got one.
Foul called on Howard. That will be his second. And the shift in momentum here in Macon. Nicholas Dozier, 13 points, 8 rebounds on the night, trying to add to that. First one rims out. Southwest, 27-2.
So you got to make this free throw, make it a 2-possession game.
Trying to win their 6th title in school history, but they need some help here. That one's in, so a 2-possession game.
Now you don't foul. Don't foul the shooter. Don't foul the shooter. Just stay in front. Pressure containment.
Into the Callaway. Back to Ashley. Blocked from behind by Dozier. Going out to McKell. Holds on to it to the other McKell. It's in!
Are you serious?
Joshua
Best
McKell.
Academy. Congratulations
Wow.
to the Eagles, baby. Good job. Way to play the game. Wow.
The emotions of the moments. Agony on one side, elation on the other. At the 3-minute mark, with Southwest with the 5-point lead. But what an effort by Best Academy to outscore their opponents 12-1 down the stretch to take home their first ever state championship. A school that didn't exist before 2007. At that point, Southwest already had 5 championships hanging in their hallways.
Yeah. Let me explain this to you. Living in Atlanta now, I've been the Best Academy several times. You don't understand what this means for that community. It's a whole nother level. It's a level of pride. The history from the school. Just so much is behind this win, and just excited about them. We'll take it to John.
John Nelson, take it away.
Thank you very much, Larry Smith. Time to present yet another trophy here on day number 4. And to do it, it is the Executive Director of the Georgia High School Association, Dr. Tim Scott, and our friends from Breda Pest Management.
Guys, let's have a big round of applause to a great ball game and 2 great teams. What a game. And now on behalf of the Georgia High School Association, Breda Pest Management will present the championship trophy to our state champs, Best Academy.
Coach, you had to fight through that 4th quarter, 12-1 down the stretch. What does it mean to take this back to Best?
It means everything. Our guys stayed relentless. We've been on the road since the first week, so this is nothing new to us. We've seen the fans. We've been the only ones in the gym, but all this pays off. I told our guys, everything we do in the dark is gonna come to the light in front of a crowd. And that's what we've been doing, putting our head down, working.
Best is best, and they take a trophy home. Let's put a wrap on this particular championship. Larry and Goldie.
We're just talking again just how amazing this was, John, as we reflect on this game and the emotions of both sides. Again, Southwest was on top by 5 points. How about C.J. Howard? 31 points, but none there down the stretch, as it was all the Eagles from Best Academy as they, again, close on a 12-1 run to get the victory in this one, 62-56. Let's give credit, by the way, really quickly to Southwest and the effort here by C.J. Howard. We get a chance to see a lot of outstanding individual performances.
Agreed.
His one of the best we've seen.
C.J. Howard just did a phenomenal job, over 30 points. Yeah, he became a one-man show. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. I'm sure he would rather have had 15 points a game and they're cutting down nets. So sometimes the individual accolades is good for the individual, but cannot be good for the team. Best Academy, hats off to them. I mean, for real, just hats off to them. Understanding what that organization, that program, that school, that whole community, they've embraced these young men. I mean, it's a whole nother level of winning and what it really means. So congratulations to Best Academy. Just a fun game to watch and an exciting finish.
It was outstanding. And how about the two McKell brothers as well? Joshua with 16, Jacob with 15 in this one. They were just outstanding, and this is just what it's all about. This is why you play the games. This Best Academy team began, if you look at the brackets, they were team 15, right out of 32. They were not expected to go very far at all in the playoffs. They win one game at home, go on the road for 3 straight victories, and they come here to Macon, where the entire arena, more than 6,000 people, rooting and chanting against them at every turn. They had to withstand the play of C.J. Howard, the buzzer beaters. 5 threes in the game for Howard. The Patriots feeling like they had a victory, rejecting it in every way, but the Eagles soaring high, and Coach Whedon urging his guys to stay with it and to hang in and to get the victory. What an effort this was tonight. 62-56, the game that will never be forgotten in the history of Best Academy. Don't you go anywhere. John Nelson is back with the In-Between show. 3 more championships to come. Stay right here with us on GPB.
Breda Pest Management knows it's the bugs inside that you want gone. That's why Breda works to protect the inside and outside of your home.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Set. You wouldn't take a call during the big game.
Oh, hey, what's up, man?
You wouldn't be texting while cheering on your team.
Jacket!
And you definitely wouldn't want to watch a video while marching with the band. So why would you drive a car while distracted? Driving isn't a game. When you lose on the road, it could lead to a crash. So when you get behind the wheel, put the distractions aside. Drive hands-free and save lives. Heads up, Georgia.
Georgia's 41 electric cooperatives are anything but static. Since the flip of the first light switch, we continue to innovate as the demand for energy increases. EMCs draw from a wide variety of resources to generate electricity, from natural gas to nuclear power and renewables, so that we can reliably power tomorrow. We're harnessing the current to satisfy the future. Georgia's EMCs, so much more than electricity.
Half of the nation's opioid overdoses happen right at home because people don't understand the dangers of taking an oxy or perk with a glass of alcohol for stress or to sleep. Learn how to protect your family from opioid overdose at opioidresponse.info.
Countdown to tip-off starts now here from the Macon Coliseum and the Macon Centerplex. A tremendous game out of the blocks. It was back and forth. You had a building that was absolutely packed, and at the end of it all, 25-11 in the fourth quarter, a 12-1 run down the stretch. Say that 10 times fast. A 12-1 run down the stretch. Best Academy bests the West, and it ends up 62-56. Your champs, Best Academy. We are joined by a coach and a player with the medal wrapped around his neck. Alexander Barrett changed the game when he came in. Coach Whedon is hanging out with us as well. They had to be properly hydrated in the break so they could be here with us. Did you get your pin, by the way?
Yes, sir. I got it.
It's there. That's good.
It's somewhere.
Because the trophy is somewhere, but you got your pin. There you go. That's going to hang on a lapel someplace. Has it sunk in yet? Have you had time to breathe?
Honestly, we haven't. You know what I mean? I knew our guys were going to do something special. When we've been on the road, they've never celebrated. They've never showed any emotion of, hey, we won and it's over until today. And that's why it makes everything so special. We've been on the road for a long time. Even our home game, we had winter break. So nobody was at the game. It was like a practice. And then we went to Raven County, we went to Fannin County. We traveled to East Lawrence, to Milledgeville, and now here. And it's a packed out house. I couldn't have envisioned it any better.
Alexander, let me ask you about this ride that you guys have been on. Came in as Team 15, middle of the packet in the bracket, and everything's been on the road. You had to go to the mountains. You had to go to the mountains again. Then you go to Milledgeville. Then you're coming here. That's a lot of miles to put together. What was it like for you and your teammates on the road to continue to win away from home?
You know, it was exciting because, you know, this is my first year with this team, so it was just exciting. Like, the whole experience was just exciting. So, you know, I'm just glad to be here with this team and get this win for us.
Talk to me about this fourth quarter and your work inside. Once again, you're hanging with it there, and everything is working the way that it's supposed to. Stuff from the outside. In the glass, you came in, you were a presence. That fourth quarter run that you guys went on down the stretch.
Yeah.
What was it like for you and the guys out there having that momentum and making sure that you were going to pull the game away from Southwest?
You know, coaches always tell us we just got to trust each other. And, you know, they always tell me individually, since I'm the tallest, every rebound is mine. So that's all I focus on for real during the game.
What's it like having the tallest guy out there down the stretch?
He's been a force for us. As you want me to tell him or no?
I guess that's a yes.
He's a road warrior. We played against in the region tournament. He got his tooth knocked out. He's been playing ever since. He didn't back down one game. He put it back in and kept playing. And that is the epitome of what we've been doing, you know. Our guys, they've been relentless, and it meant something to them. You know, we only got 8 players. Somebody just asked me, how do we play 5, how we do 5-on-5? You know, we can't. We do a lot of shooting. We simulate a lot of things. But the guys just been relaxed. We did yoga. Like, everything's been, you know, routine. We did yoga. We had our pastor come speak to us. We had our FCA rep come speak to us. Even today, everything's been routine, and the guys stuck to the script. No matter how much they come to the sidelines, those 3 things that I told them: weather the storm, pay no negative energy towards any bad call, and always compete, and that's what they did.
So you gonna smile for me?
No.
I was gonna say, where's it? What is it? Tooth right in the middle? Wow. $1 million smile definitely there with the win. Alexander Barrett, 3 of 6 from the floor, 9 boards, 8 points, our player of the game. Coach Whedon, congratulations. Continue your hydration. You can do this as a state champ. The trophy is around here somewhere. They get to go enjoy it. Best Academy are the champs here in number 2 championship that we are awarding here of 5 on the day. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the adapted championships, and we got some other stuff coming up around the corner. Slam dunk, 6A, it's all coming up right here on the great GPB from Macon. Best is best in AD2.
I said I'd never join.